The talk today, as Hassan indicated, is about our future as professionals and as a profession. And like any storied profession, we always are trying to increase our relevance and our influence as individuals, as organizations, in service to society. And although you might think that this talk is going to be very much about technology, it really is more about talent and what we all must do together to step up our talent in a digital age. So as you're going to see, I'm a real believer that the fusion and mutual dependency of analytics and our great profession, finance and accounting, is critically important in this digital age. And so the title of the talk is Thriving in the Digital Age. But when you see headlines, you see things like automation and anxiety, right? You see 80% of finance jobs will be lost. You see headlines like bracing for technology. But that's kind of the pessimist view of looking at automation and blockchain and all these other things. The optimist way of looking at it is thriving and embracing technology, not bracing for technology. The opportunity that automation brings to us. And in order to realize these opportunities, though, in a very, very competitive environment, geopolitical risk, trade issues, untraditional, non-traditional competition, consumers and customers who are getting more and more sophisticated in their needs and wants, it's harder and harder to earn a sustainable profit. So we need every bit of differentiation we can get in business today. And talent is absolutely part of the equation. But it doesn't come easy. We've got to do something about it. We've got to be on a mode of continuous learning and growth every day. But my belief is that if we are going to thrive in a digital age and increase our relevance and influence over the long term, we need to learn and adapt as individuals and as a profession in areas such as data science, advanced data analytics, not basic data analytics, advanced data analytics, in data visualization, in storytelling. All of these competencies, we have it in us to learn and adapt to. Everyone must pivot to technology. So we've got all the different generations. So look, in the Gen Y, the upper right slice, and then the lower right slice, we already know that the millennials, the Gen Z, the under 21, are coming in high tech, high expectations, corporate social responsibility. So they get technology. They grew up in technology. If we want to be opportunistic versus risk averse, we must learn new competencies now. We must develop capability now, because the rate of change of automation and technological advancements is mind-boggling. Now, robots and AI and everything else are becoming intelligent, not just being used for manual labor. The evolution of the CFO and the CFO team to evolve beyond closing the books and filing the statutory reports and the internal controls has been underway for a while, different stages of maturity. So we're not only expected, generally speaking, to be value stewards as CFO teams, and value stewards is everything I just rattled off: statutory reporting, internal controls, attestations, tax, compliance, safeguarding of assets, but we're also expected to contribute to value creation, M&A, merger and acquisition activity, financial planning and analysis, management accounting. So what is data science? I've been throwing that term around very loosely. Data science is sort of the intersection of statistics, data and data applications, and what's called business domain. Now this is a pretty fundamental definition, and data analytics. So there's 3 levels of data science in this depiction. On the left, we have foundational skills that probably every job role needs to have some working knowledge of. How is data governed? Meaning ownership, responsibilities, data transfer. The data life cycle, from acquisition to reporting and analysis. Data security, data design, data cleansing, right? Foundational. Then we move up the value chain as we offer more and more insight and foresight to the analysis layer. Data mining, that I'll talk about in a moment. Extracting data using various analytical tools. Data query, data analytics, business intelligence. And then there's the delivery, right? I know back in the day, CFO teams weren't expected to be great deliverers to public, to investors, but they have to be today. Storytelling, visualization, strategic management. So yes, we talk about strategy and the growing role of the CFO team in setting, implementing, or communicating strategy. Certainly as you advance in your careers and you get closer and closer to advanced positions, if you so desire, you will getting more directly involved in strategy management. Clockwise, moving to the right, reporting and control are the more traditional roles. But reporting isn't just reporting the financial, the statutory requirements, it's also integrated reporting and sustainability reporting and ESG, non-financial reporting. Who better than the CFO team who knows how to work with auditors to assure data? The balanced scorecard says there's more to business performance than short-term financials. There's customer, there's employees, there's business models, innovation. So reporting and control isn't just reporting and control over financial, but over non-financial type measures. Business acumen and operations, supply chain, Six Sigma, lean techniques. And the newest domain in this enhanced updated competency framework out for public disclosure or response is technology and analytics. We added a whole new domain, which means more courses, more training, more conferences, more. And you're going to be seeing a lot coming from your association. We owe it to you. If we're talking about being future ready and the future relevance of our profession, we owe it to you to do something about it and to be leaders. And I'll leave it to the market and our members to say whether or not we're leading or following or neither. This is all bound together in the middle by leadership. So leadership, the soft skills, and then at the bottom, but paramount and foundational to all we do as professionals and as a profession, ethics. So these are the big 6 categories. And then as you bring it down lower and lower, it gets to the individual level, the individual job. What training to fill a gap that I feel I have? Now we have a lot of that today, but it's kind of scattered. So as you're going to be seeing a lot more coming out from IMA over the coming months. Is relevance going to be gained for us as individuals in a profession, or is it going to be lost? There's a fork in the road here. There's a choice we can make as individuals, as universities, as corporations, as professional associations. For individuals, adopt and adapt to new skills. For academia, better align what's taught versus what we actually do. Not everybody needs to know IFRS or GAAP or COSO internal controls. I'm not saying teach less of that. I'm saying teach more of what we do in addition to IFRS and GAAP and standards and controls. Because that's what the real world of finance and accounting professionals do. We need to create greater alignment. For corporations, remember, competing on analytics, the new science of winning, tone at the top, investing in technology, analytics, and talent. The new science of winning in a competitive age full of disruption. And then for me, for us, our obligation to you is to be part of the solution. Be part of the solution. Not just talk. So I was in the first wave of CSCAs. CSCA is certified in strategy and competitive analysis. It's only available to CMAs. And who would have thought 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that the Institute of Management Accountants, and when we were formed nearly 100 years ago, the National Association of Accountants, who would have thought we'd be offering a specialized credential in strategy and competitive analysis? Well, that's because that's a competency that we're doing and evolving to or demonstrate at more senior levels in the finance chain.